Hey, so we have discussed brows, right? How to do a perfect brow. So now I'm going to show you guys how I highlight. It's been a while since I've done a highlighting video, and I've kind of had to like make highlighting work for me because I don't know, like I was highlighting before and it looked okay, it looked really nice, but I just wanted to perfect my highlighting, and I think I kind of sort of got it down pat. Of course, with makeup, you have to keep practicing and trying in order to get things right, of course. So I've already applied my foundation. The foundation that I use, if anyone's wondering, is the CoverGirl Queen Collection Natural Hue, and I am in the color Soft Copper. It's like a perfect match for me. Even now that it's summer and I'm getting darker, it's still a perfect match. And yeah, I know my hair is like ferocious right now because it's still air drying. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys how I highlight. I only use two brushes and a sponge to highlight. I use this brush from Elf, and it's actually an angled contour brush, and it's like a little finger under the eye. I love it. It's very similar to the precision brushes from Sedona Lace. Their precision collection they came out with. It's very similar to one of those brushes, and it's like a little finger. It's kind of like an angled brush, but it's like a flat. So it's like literally like the same way I use my fingers to like blend things out. It just does that in a brush, so it's perfect. And then I use this kind of foundation brush from, I don't even know. I got it at Walmart, but it's kind of like this. And I use this to apply my setting powder. And then to further blend out any concealer, I just use a beauty sponge. This one's from Soho. I just put my foundation. That's why it looks like this. And it's kind of beat up. I need to like get a new one. Well, I have a new one, but I need to break it in because it's kind of hard. But anyway, moving on. The concealer that I use is the MAC Pro Longwear, and I love this concealer because it lasts all day. I don't get any creasing. It's a perfect color. It's not too yellow because I use a yellow powder, so it's not too yellow. It just really works good for me. So this is the MAC Pro Longwear, and I believe it's in the color NW40. Yeah, NW40. I use two powders. I use a combination of the NYC Smooth Skin Finish in what color is this? And Naturally Beige, and you probably can't see it because it's written on the back. And then of course I use the Ben Nye Banana Powder. I want to say something really quick about Ben Nye. Ben Nye Banana Powder is not really meant for everyday use. It's not meant for going out in natural light and thinking it looks okay. But in combination, by me mixing the two, I'm able to go out through every day and it looks fine. Ben Nye is a theatrical makeup line, so the makeup is meant for video filming, and since I'm going to be recording a lot today, I'm probably going to use more Ben Nye than the Smooth Skin Finish, but it looks really good on camera, HD, on film, things like that. So that's what this powder is meant for all of you. In my last Ben Nye powder video was like, oh, it looks really cakey, it doesn't look good. Well, that's because it's not really meant for natural lighting. It's meant for film purposes. So yeah. So I just mix the two to make it work for me. And then I use a little bit of Fix Plus to kind of wet this brush. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. The first thing I do is I just take a pump on the back of my hand because this stuff really goes a long way. And I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to spray it down a little bit. And then I just kind of like shake my hand up a little bit just so that stuff can move and run a little bit. But anyway, I'm just going to take my brush and stipple it into the product. And then, okay, under my eye, I kind of look up. Like that, just to make sure I'm getting really close. And I move my nose over so that way I get in that little crease area really good. And then I bring it down the side of my nose. And then I just kind of blend it over. And I cover up this entire area of my face. It's just what I like to do. Yeah. I just kind of bring it really down into my cheek. Really down into my cheek. All the way down into like almost above my lip almost. And then I kind of just bring it out, and that's what I like to do. You don't have to highlight this way. You don't have to bring it so far down. You can just do your, under your eye. But this is what I like to do. So yeah. And then I kind of take my sponge and I spray it down a little bit. and then I just kind of blend it out. And then blending it out, it has like a little bit leftover foundation on there too, so it kind of helps blend it out really, really even. I love beauty blenders and sponges. They're just awesome. They're amazing. So I just kind of blend this in like so, like that. And as you can see, it just creates a nice natural light to my face. Like on this side, you know, I have a little dark circle and it's not that illuminated, but over here it looks really bright. It's giving off some light. It's making my cheekbone appear higher. That's what highlighting is about. So once that's all nice and blended, I also highlight, you know, on the other side, and I'll do that later. I also highlight underneath where I will contour, and this just helps bring out my contour even more. I'll highlight right there, as you can see, and you can see already how like my contour is already forming. Then I'll also take some and put it right on the chin, right down the Cupid's bow, and across the top of my lip. And then I'll just take, actually I'll use an angled brush, and this is just the same angled brush I use for my brows, and I'm just going to pick up some of this product, and then I'll bring it down I kind of can't talk doing my nose because I just have to make sure my nose is not crooked looking. So kind of like that, and I start blending mine up right in here like that, and then taking a little bit more product, I kind of do across the top of my forehead. Whatever's left is what I put up there because I don't really like that area too highlighted. Okay, and then only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend all of this out, and I'm also going to apply some on the other eye, and then once I do that, I'll be back to show you guys how I apply the setting powder. Okay, so I have everything blended out. I applied concealer on the other side, so now you can actually really see like the highlighted parts of my face. I look kind of glowy and bright under the eye, on the nose, lip, chin, and everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up. Whoa, that stuff is like, if you ever have like one of these, this is like a sifter. I just kind of take mine and drop it against my hand so that the powder kind of like falls through the holes, so that way it's not a lot of powder everywhere. So I just kind of take it and I drop it like that against my hand because it was a lot of powder hanging out at the top. Okay, so now you can see it's not a lot of powder. And then what I do, okay, so then what I do is I take some of my Ben Nye and I just kind of tap it right on in there, about that much. You guys can see it. Just take a little bit, not a lot, because you know, don't need a lot. Then I just kind of take my brush and I kind of like blend these two powders together a little bit. Okay, and then once it's nice and blended, I just put some on the back of my brush. My brush like so, and I just kind of tap some on, kind of heavy, you know, you want all that powder on there. And I don't tap it everywhere where I put that concealer necessarily. I'll just kind of put it right on and then blend it downward like that. I'll highlight right behind my contour where I applied that concealer. I highlight my chin area. I'll do my lip. Like that. And then I'll do like my forehead, and this also helps like control your shine throughout the day, so I'll kind of put that on my forehead, and then I'll just take the tip of this brush and bring it down my nose. And the nose is where I highlight the most because I really like my nose to look smaller because I have a little chubby nose. So yeah, just kind of pop that on there like so. And then, you know, just repeat the same thing on the other side. You know, like that. Right behind that contour. Like that. And then I just leave this on while I go ahead and I do the rest of my makeup. I'll go ahead and do my eye makeup at this point. And yeah, so what I'll do to kind of like, you know, actually, I think I'll put that in another video. Okay, I'll show you guys what I do to the rest of my face in another video. But I kind of just leave this on and then I move on to my eye makeup because the powder will catch any fallout. So stay tuned for the makeup look. I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup, what I do and I wear to school every day. It's an everyday matte eyeshadow look. So stay tuned for that. It's the video coming up right after this one. So stay tuned. Bye.